Hi, my name is Chris Monk, owner of Highline Handmade Electric Guitars, and I wanted to share with you my latest homemade cool tool. It's a thickness sander. I built this all myself, and like all the tools and jigs that I make, I wanted to keep this machine simple, inexpensive to build, and yet something that's going to work for what I needed to do. The main goal here was to make a machine that I could thickness sand the backs and sides for acoustic guitars, but I also wanted something that I could run solid body blanks through to get the tops and the backs of those surfaces nice and smooth. The machine's pretty simple. It's just a plywood frame. It has a couple of pillow blocks on each end with a half-inch diameter axle running through it. I have the drum here, which is actually just a piece of black ABS plastic, 3.5 inches in diameter, that runs through the center. The sandpaper is 3-inch wide, 10-foot long paper that I picked up from Grizzly. The paper is held in place with just a couple of 4-inch hose clamps that tighten on each end. The motor is a 3/4 horsepower bench grinder, which I've adapted to the use on this machine. The motor is supported on a hinged motor mount with a 1/2-inch V-belt. I'm using it's about a 2¼ inch drive pulley and then a 3¼ inch drum pulley here. So I'm taking the 3,400 RPM and cutting it down to, I don't know, it's probably around 1,800 RPM at the motor, or at the drum. The drum spins clockwise as you're looking at it. I think that's clockwise. No, it's counterclockwise. And that way I can feed the material this way, and I get a better abrasive action. The thickness of the material, or the amount that I'm sanding off, is determined by raising and lowering the feed platform, which is nothing more than 3/4 inch plywood with a surface that I made from some scrap laminate hardwood floor. The height of it is adjusted with a 3/8 inch threaded rod through a T-nut, and then the tension is adjusted by just a simple wood screw that screws in and contacts the bolt. That keeps it from turning as it's running, because there is some vibration, and I don't want it to start to lower on me as I'm using it. And then the feed deck is attached to the back of the platform using a couple of hinges. So pretty simple machine. I think if I had to do it over again, I might do something maybe like a 1.5 horsepower motor, but when I looked at those, they're so big that it wasn't really going to work well for what I wanted. I wanted something I could just set onto my workbench here, which is just a portable workbench, and I could clamp it into place. And I didn't want to put legs on it or anything like that. So that motor actually works okay. I just have to feed the material slowly, and I can't take off huge amounts of material, otherwise it will start to bog down the motor. But it just means it takes a little bit longer to thickness sand some the wood. So hold on a second and I'll demonstrate it. I should also mention that I built a shroud out of plywood, and it has just a piece of ABS plastic tubing that I can put my desk collecting hose over. And that's really important because these machines produce an enormous amount of dust. So, but that's basically how it works. I'm working on a piece of Indian rosewood right now, sanding down the surface, getting it thickness to what I needed for the back of the guitar. So that's basically it. And here's how it's set up. It's just clamped to the surface of my table. And then that's the motor and the V-belt. And these are pillow blocks. I purchased those off of eBay. They cost $15 with free shipping, and I got 2 of them. Those are 1/2-inch pillow blocks. There's an identical one on this side here. The axle I got at Home Depot. I think I paid $6 for it. It's just a standard steel axle. You know, it's debatable as to whether there would be much of an improvement if I went to like a larger axle, like a 1-inch. But I went the cheap route and got the 1/2-inch, and it seems to work just fine. The drum is, as I said, it's the 3.5-inch ABS plastic. I think that cost me $8. And on the ends, you'll see there's an MDF disc and then a larger, or I should say thicker maple disc. There's also in the center of the drum another MDF disc, and that just offers support to keep the drum from flexing too much. Now, like with any tool, there are some nuances with how this operates. And for example, this table, it flexes a little bit. Now, I could put some steel bracing under it to make it really rigid, but I found that when you're feeding material, especially with a 3/4 horsepower motor, it can bog down a little bit. So what I do is, as I'm feeding, if it starts to bog down, I just press down on the table a little bit, and it allows me to get it through without it bogging down the motor. And now, for those of you who are anal builders, that may not be the most ideal solution, but in the end, by flipping wood around, running it through numerous times, I get it to exactly the thickness I need from one side of the board to the other and from end to end. So I'm really pretty happy with it, and hopefully the motor will last a good long time. So we'll see how it goes.